Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play it.
When the kids are counting sheep.
Here we go, Ron.
When the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories.
So many memories.
When the kids go to sleep.
Oh,
You missed our thingy thing.
oh I was petting Ron's beard.
Thanks for not singing my song as you're petting Ron.
He was doing it too.
Sorry,
You'll
your
have to
beard's
go watch
gone.
the video, guys.
No, do you miss my beard? She does
No,
not. She
I
does
don't
not
miss
my
your beard. I mean, no offense to any beards.
She thinks
out
you're
there.
ugly is what she's trying to say.
I'm so sorry.
You hurt our guests' feelings.
It's true. It's true. I am. I'm hideous.
Oh my goodness.
All right, welcome to the podcast. This is number 50, right, Rough?
50.
That's correct.
Number 50. What do you think? Should we keep doing them or should we just quit after this
What do
one?
you guys think?
50's enough.
Whatever you want to do.
50's
That's
plenty,
a lot,
right? When I
right?
grew up, when I was born, actually, I remember thinking, I only want to do 50 podcasts in my life. And I'm so glad that
Where
you're here
did
on the
that
last
come
one.
From, you weirdo?
Your face is a weirdo.
I thought
50.
I only wanted to live till 50.
Well, you only got 3 more years.
I'm almost there.
Which is a mystery of the internet. Who are we talking about? We were talking about with Peter, nice Peter, about like
we
you,
were talking
Peter
about,
and you are like ageless.
That
It's
was
like
from
nobody
Reddit.
knows how old you are. No, Daystorm. That's who it was.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking to Daystorm about nobody really knows how old Daystorm is, and it's kind of like the same.
I know how old he is.
I know. I think you know how old he is, and he knows.
22.
Yeah, it's Ron's the same age, right? How old are you?
Oh, wait, dude. Daystorm is like way older than me. Daystorm's old enough to be my dad.
Well, welcome to the podcast when the kids go to sleep right here in Los Angeles, California, Maker Studios. We have our really
He loves
good
saying that.
buddy.
He
It's
really
my DJ
does.
time. Quit pointing at me and giggling.
I just like your DJ voice.
Oh, here we are in studio with Ron.
I wish we were throwing a ball around so you could just. Well, you just passed the ball over
There
there.
he goes.
and
As
now
she
it's
shoots,
over
she scores. How long have you known each other for, Ron?
there. Actually, it's been quite some
years?
time. 4 years.
It's been quite 4 years.
It's been quite 4 years.
When's the first time we met? Do you remember?
The first time we met was in the office of the original Maker Studios. The first station shoot.
Was that the
Of all-
first time we ever met?
OG.
We didn't meet before that. Like when I came down here, like when you were shooting. I remember the first video I ever saw. It was an Elisa Nova video, and you were. What was that video? You were like, did you have your harmonica? I mean, your accordion. I'm sporting a HiImRawn shirt today.
Holla.
That is a cool shirt.
You know my
It's
favorite
so
part
cool.
about this shirt
I gotta get me one of them.
is like, see this little blue right here? This is like the baby like North Carolina blue. I love the attention to detail. It's just like one little color change right there. I love that for some reason.
It's all about subtlety. Really.
Subtlety.
In my shirts.
Subtlety.
I remember the day though. It was pretty cool because I hadn't never met anyone except Lisa and Ben and whatnot, and I was really nervous because I'm just a generally nervous person, And we were. I had started to be, like whatever the boom
you were
guy and the whatever guy, and they started shooting the first like the station is coming video, and you were like, hey man, get in here, and I was like, oh whoa, okay, and then I was like all of a sudden in the video, and it was great. I was like, oh sweet, this is wonderful.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
That's a great story.
Well, so if you don't know who Ron is, Ron,
You should know.
He's an amazing
First of all.
YouTuber, an amazing person, but even more than all that, he is a musician,
He is an excellent musician.
which he doesn't give himself. I don't know,
He doesn't.
maybe you do.
Y'all
but
should give him
I feel like
more
he doesn't give
credit.
himself enough credit for how talented he is. He literally can put songs
It's
together
true.
on the spot. I mean, he maybe can't sing very well. But this guy can put. I mean, that's harder to build a song. Like Ron can build a song. There's a video coming out. I can't tell you exactly what it is yet. But I gave him this idea for a song, and I said, okay, I kind of want it to be like this, and it's about this topic. And I had no lyrics. Literally gave him no lyrics. I gave him just like, this is kind of how I want it to sound and feel. And that was like when was that? The other Thursday. Friday morning, he sends me an email. He's like, okay, like this. And me and Brett listened to it. We're like,
what?
yes, exactly like that. That is perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking about without even knowing what I was thinking about. So So Ron is responsible for some of the biggest videos on the station. If you don't know what the station is, it's the first flagship YouTube channel of Maker Studios. Lady Gaga, that shoot was classic. You remember that shoot?
Yeah, I remember that, especially since everyone was still kind of they didn't know what to think of me, and then I had everyone dressed up in makeup and everything.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh my god, what are we doing? Who is this
You
guy?"
guys got to go check. How many views does that video have on it now?
10 billion.
10 billion views. And that was a long shoot, man. That was a long, tiring
Yeah.
shoot. We were dancing in wife beaters for like 8 hours on that shoot. Denise put it right here. And you know what's so great is that Danny Diamond's in that video.
That's true.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
the president of our
Classic.
company.
President of Maker Studios, Ben is in that. Cassim's in that. I'm in that. You're in that.
Yeah,
That is a great video.
Star-studded video.
That was amazing. And it was. We sat there in that room and we were all sweating. Like us dudes are like in that room for like 8 hours in these weird outfits and makeup all over us.
Fog. There was fog in there.
Oh, so much fog. Willie Watts was shooting. Man, he was a slave driver. He made us do those takes. Like, let's just do it one more time. Like,
I know,
are you
right?
kidding me? How many times? We're like, oh la la. But it
that's
came out
hilarious.
amazingly and it was really good.
I know.
One.
You're
ahead.
go. You
do.
That,
go.
no, if I could.
I was just gonna say you're an excellent rapper though. You can rap.
Oh, what? Why,
One
thank
song
you.
on my playlist is "I'm Questing."
Oh, yeah.
When I'm
Dude,
working out, I listen to that
right?
song. Yep.
That's one of my favorite songs to run to. When I'm running and
It's
that song
true.
comes on, I feel 12% more motivated.
Whoa.
It's good.
I feel 20%.
And I was in that
motivated,
video
so-
too. I mean, maybe that's why I like it too. But he did
Yeah.
a Zelda rap. He has a series called. Tell him about that series where you do all the video games.
That is just a series where I take a video game and I make a rap song about it. Kind of, it's just more of an excuse so that I can make a rap song, because otherwise it'd be like, who is this dorky white guy? Like making. If you put it
I
in
love
a
it.
different context, it's okay.
See, that's the problem with Ron right there, is that he doesn't believe in himself enough to say that he can make a real
Believe,
rap
Ron.
song and release it. He
Just
thinks that he has to do a
believe.
parody so that he can do a rap song. And I've been
A
telling him, like,
parody with
Ron, no more
7 of these.
parodies. You need to do an original rap song that is just going to bust everybody's earlobes up and go crazy. So what was the name of that series, though? Didn't you have a name?
It's called Gets Played.
Gets Played, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like all these video games.
You've been very supportive of that, but I'm super insecure about being
Ron,
being a
you need to go bust some
musician.
earlobes. Come on,
There you go. Bust
go
up
bust some
earlobes.
earlobes.
He did our song Family Man. Yeah, I'm a family man. I do it like Ron is totally responsible for all of that, all the beat, the lyrics. Me and Casey just one day went up there and sang it.
The bro friend, Justin
Bro
Bieber.
friend
what
Justin
the- yeah.
Bieber. He made that song, and there's more songs coming. And I'm glad you're a little insecure, because that way I can take you and I'm
can
gonna
mold
build
you.
you up, because he is, and he just doesn't see it yet, but he is gonna be an amazing artist one. And he already is, but you just wait. Just wait. I'm gonna plant the
out,
seed in
people.
him.
Okay, I'm ready.
Tupac.
I'm coming.
This is
I'm
Tupac.
coming for you, Tupac. And the holographic Tupac. Looking for
Holographic
Ron.
Tupac. So somebody on Twitter wanted us to talk about the YouTube house that we kind of grew up in
yeah.
and first met. So
The YouTube
how long ago
house.
was it when 3 years ago,
Yeah.
we very first, it was about 3 years
Yeah.
ago now. Because,
Yeah.
3 years ago when we very first moved out to Los Angeles, we got this house that was right next to Danny and Lisa. Danny and Lisa were living... should we just tell the address of it now?
Yeah.
I feel like
Are
it's like a
people living
landmark.
there?
No, but like we don't have the house anymore, right?
No, we don't.
So
It's the house, the baby tard picture, the James
Blunt was taken
cover
on.
was taken.
I feel like it's a landmark, honestly.
It is. There's so many videos that have been through that house, and so many people that have been through it. And
So it's 419 grand,
Lots of
and you guys could go
stories.
just drive by it if you're ever in Venice Beach, and it's right by the ocean. 419. We call it 419. That's the house. We like come over to
Yeah.
419, party at 419, and we were just talking recently. Every YouTuber that you can think of, imaginable, has been at that house
Oh, that's
at one
true.
time or another, or lived in that house.
yeah.
True.
I mean, we're talking about like, Ray William Johnson, Shane Dawson, Philip DeFranco, Bo Burnham's been there, Niga Higa, Kev Jumbo, Wong Fu Productions, any YouTuber you can think of,
Dax
Olga K,
Flame.
Dax Flame, anybody, think of a YouTuber. They have been in that house, and if those walls could
At least
talk.
If they only
the
could.
original
talk.
ones, I guess.
So
I mean,
that-
there's a lot of newer ones that are.
So that house, we got that house when we very first started Maker Studios. Before the idea to start the company had even begun, I had come out here to do this video with Crank, and Danny and Lisa were living right like 2 doors down from that house. And Danny was like, "You should move out here and blah blah blah, and we'll be able to do this." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, well, we're talking about it." And we were going to lunch one day, and that house 419 had a for rent sign in it. And so we're like, me and Danny were like, "Let's go check that place out." So we're like peeking through the windows of it. We're like, "This might work. Let's call and see how much it is." So we call and we end up getting this house to rent so that, the Butlers can move from Idaho to Los Angeles and move in like literally 2 doors down from Danny and Lisa. And you moved into it because like we got the house and we weren't coming for like 2 or 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So Ron is like the original person who lived in 418 is the very first person.
I was literally like on a mat in a completely empty house. I thought it was great though. I was like, oh, I got this whole house to myself, no furniture.
Right? Yeah. It was just like one. Didn't you sleep up in the like the
Yeah.
loft too?
Yeah, up in the catacombs.
The
catacombs.
catacombs. And then Denise Vlogs lived up there for a long time, right,
So
Denise?
funny.
How long did you live up there for?
I've done turbo kick up there.
Have you?
I have. I used to put my headphones on and be like, yeah.
Oh, you can actually fit up there. I was like,
Yeah, right.
I was totally like a Quasimodo up there. Like, "Yeah, the bells."
Gotta ring the
Oh.
bells.
Oh, this is weird. But I took a shower up there once and there was a roach in the shower.
Oh man, it eventually did become overrun with roaches.
Oh,
I think
really?
they were just like living in
Living in
there,
the
just
walls.
waiting to come out.
Wait.
But
Denise, you probably have pictures. You should probably show what we're talking about because Denise lived in that same space.
Yeah.
So we moved out, and then Ron, we had to kick Ron out because then we moved in there.
Yeah,
and
thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry for making you
Sorry.
homeless. And I think that's kind of like one of the first times I remember because you were there when we came and you helped us unload our trailer. I remember because like we all pulled into town and Ron was there and Danny and Lisa and What a Day Derek and they all helped us like unload our trailer. And I thought, how cool! Like we unloaded that trailer in like 10 minutes.
I know.
What a
Took
bunch
us
of
lot
cool
longer to
friends.
Yeah,
load it.
it was really great to. It was like sort of helping my own demise. I was with each couch I lifted was sort of like another couch that I knew I would never sleep on.
Was one step closer to your homelessness.
No, but man, we should talk about that trailer. I feel like I've unloaded that trailer like 3 or
Seriously.
4
That's
times.
true.
And then the next time we moved, good old Ron was there again. We moved back the second time to
Yep.
unload the trailer.
That trailer, man, that was a good investment.
I know. I've used it to move many times. It's back in Idaho now. Derek called me the other day. He's like, "Hey, I need your trailer. I need to move." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's in Idaho, dude."
Oh
Yeah.
man, I want to rent that trailer and live in it.
We'll get it back out here.
Good.
Dude, we'll repaint it. We'll put all new stickers on it. It'll be like the HiImRawn like music studio trailer. You mix your fat beats in there.
Yeah, we could make the
Make an air
ShayCarl
conditioner.
album.
The ShayCarl album, yeah. Okay, so Ron has done a lot of things. He's an accordion master. How did you start playing the accordion? Because that's something that's unique
I know,
about
it's
you.
so random.
And he's really good at it. And I have got to say, I have not known anybody my entire life who
That
plays
could play
the accordion.
I remember because we had you be in the life, what was it called? Life track
Life
video?
track.
Oh yeah.
And you played the accordion, and I was like, whoa! He actually plays the accordion. I thought it was like a joke. You were gonna come
Right.
and just like pretend to play, but no, he's really good.
Yeah, it was kind of a strange. It came to me. It was literally a guy who was going door to door with an accordion,
No
and he
way.
was like hustling his accordion studio. And so he just knocked on the door, and I was like 10 or something like that. And it was the first instrument that I had ever touched or played. And he came in and he was like, "Have them try it out," And I was like, "Oh, look at these," And my parents were like, "You like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Little did I know that it was not cool.
No, it's
But-
cool.
yeah, but I don't know. I love it. It's my
So
favorite
that's
instrument.
so when
That
you were
is
10
so
years old, some
cool.
guy was like
A
door-to-door
door-to-door
accordion
accordion
salesman.
salesman.
Talk about a tough job, You think you have it hard? Go try to sell accordions door to door.
Exactly.
Jeez. Hey,
was fate.
here's this instrument that nobody wants to play and everybody thinks is weird looking. You should have your son play it. But
It worked, though.
But you
That's
like
so
it, huh?
cool.
Oh, I love it. It's amazing.
So tell me this then. Was it just, do you think it wasn't necessarily the accordion that caught your attention, but do you think it was just music? Was that your first introduction to music or like instruments in general?
Yeah, it literally was the first instrument that I had ever played. I mean, I probably played like one of those annoying kids toys. You know how there's some weird noisemaker that's like, but that was the first real instrument that I ever touched. You know.
Is an accordion. That's so crazy because like that's not an easy instrument to
I
learn.
know.
I mean, let alone play the piano where it just sits there. But this thing, you got to pump air through it.
Squeeze that thing.
Yeah, good thing you're so big. Ron, how tall are you, Ron?
6'4".
Ron like 6'4".
He doesn't look it. I look taller.
800
than him
pounds
right now,
of pure muscle.
Ron is a slouch.
I always tell Ron like you should play football, dude. You could like be a middle linebacker easily.
Oh man. I played football.
Did you?
My freshman.
You're too nice though. That's your problem.
Oh, it was an awful experience.
You didn't like it?
Oh no, I was so scared when we actually started playing real games because they put me on the offensive. I was an offensive lineman. You know, and there's like these giant dudes like staring at you, you know, and you know, like down, sit. And I was just like, oh God, don't hurt me, you know. And so I would like punch the guys, and I always got pretty much every game I got penalties and booted out
for punching them.
Yeah, and then they were just like, no, because I would hit them because I was so scared that they were gonna just destroy me.
So you just start fighting
So
back.
Yeah,
funny.
just punch them in the stomach.
That'll get him.
Yeah, that'll stop them.
That'll teach
work.
him.
Why
So
not?
then after the accordion, we're jumping around a lot here. Football,
I love
accordion,
it.
football,
It's fun.
accordions.
I wish I could play football with an accordion.
There you go. There's a
That
new
would
sport.
be a feat to see.
So now, I would say your instruments are, you know, your editing stuff. Like how do you build a beat, for instance? Like I would never know how to start. Like you literally just like build these beats from scratch, and they're so catchy. You know, we've already given examples of you know, like I'm Questing. All these songs are just like really catchy. Like how do you start a song?
That's a weird question.
do you start? Start with the beat first and then the words, or do you
yeah.
start with the words?
Sometimes I'll have something that is in my head, like that song. I thought of the I'm questing thing before I made the song, and so I had it in my head, and then I just made the little things to go along with it. But it's like with pretty much every song that you do, it sucks like for 99% of the time. It really,
build it.
really,
So it, like,
you're just
comes
like,
together?
this sucks. I shouldn't keep doing. Oh, this is awful. Like, oh,
should
oh,
stop.
like there's like progressive. You just keep stacking suckiness onto it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, actually, you know, this isn't so bad. You know, like at the very end, usually that's when it happens, and you're like, this will do.
Well,
you know?
good thing you persevere through the suckiness, because it always ends up pretty not sucky.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is. It's like with editing too. I was talking to Blake about, he was explaining how he edits the Bro Ventures, and it's like you kind of like you build a first pass, and you're like, and then you like add layers to it, and then little by little. But you have just like, I want to tell this. I can't tell this one song that's coming out that Ron did for us. But what you're great at is you have just the way you say certain words in your songs. I'll just say this one song in the new song that we're not going to tell. The way that you said chicken, you know what I'm talking about? The way that you just say that blank chicken, I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to get away. The way you say that word is like, I don't know, it's like it's different. I'm like, oh, it sounds really good. You just have these little things in your songs. I'm like, oh, I love that little part that you just add, or like the way you do your voice. I can't explain it, but
It's good. You have a gift.
Yucks.
check it out. Check out all of his songs.
Check
So
out all the chicken songs.
all his chicken songs. I know I want to tell that song, but I can't yet. So what else? What else is on the horizon for you, Ronald?
Well, I've really been into making music for other people. It's been really
Hold
fun.
on.
I like
Ronald?
Ronald. Yeah,
Is that your real name?
that's my real name.
I call him Ronald.
I didn't know that. Okay, sorry. We
Isn't
can
it
continue.
strange?
It's
Isn't
so
it?
cool.
It's hard to identify as a Ronald, even though I know that I am.
I like Ronald. I call him Ronald when he's in trouble. Ronald!
Ronald.
Ronald Erickson, get over here, young man.
Ronald.
What's your middle name? Do you want to get
Gregory.
Ronald Gregory.
Ronald
Yeah.
Gregory Erickson. That's definitely like you're in trouble when your mom yells out Ronald what was it?
Gregory.
Ronald Gregory Erickson.
Ronald Gregory.
Ronald. That's a
Get
cool
in
name.
here.
Ronald.
And then let's talk about
Sorry. Wait, he was
yeah.
talking and I interrupted, and then
no.
you were talking. So
I think
sorry.
this is.
It's very organic.
we're just going organic right now.
so organic. Speaking of organic, talk about raw Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Raw food.
Let's tell them about the night. Okay, so before we moved back here, we moved back to Idaho to have Rock Tard, and then we moved back to LA. And before we moved back, I had flown here to do a project, and me and Ron were at 419 one night. This was like late at night, and we were both heftier at the time.
We were huskies.
We were husky boys. We were husky boys, and we were talking. And I'm like, man, we're moving back here in 2 weeks. I said, dude, we are gonna get in shape. Me and you, we're gonna start working out, and we're gonna get in shape. And you're just like, okay. I'm like, no, I'm serious.
Is that how I said it? Did I say
Okay.
You're like, okay. Nom, 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 nom. I'm like, Ron, put down the 18 pizzas. How much were you when you started? Was I heavier than you when we started? What were you at?
I was like 276 or
I
278 or
was.
something.
I was 281.
281? I thought it was
280.
285.
No, what do you, dude?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Maybe I was. I could have been even 290. I was probably getting close to 300. But like when I weighed myself when I like started, I was 281.
Right.
And he's like a foot taller than me, so that tells you how much girth I had. And
Girth?
It's like you've been able to be married to like 3 different people. You know, you get like the bear.
It's been quite the experience.
You get the bear. You get like now you have this like the weasel.
I love
Weasley
the
guy.
Weasley? Am I Weasley?
Weasley? Are you Weasley?
Because weren't you you were like a Hulk at first, and then you were like a husky bear.
Fatsy. I kind of looked like this when we got married, right? Was I pretty much like this? I've
think
never
so.
been
I
like
don't
really
even-
like big and muscular.
Yeah, when we got married, you were like, I don't know.
I was just about like this. I'm thinking I was around 170, 175.
No, I think, no. I don't know.
What
Who
did I
cares?
weigh?
So you got to experience what it was like to be a chubby chaser. So that's pretty cool.
She is. She's a chubby chaser. Not by her own choice. So then
No,
we
I
moved
love you
back
and your many
and
colors.
we started working out. We started doing the weigh-ins
That was great.
every Tuesday. Ron, and he was probably one of the most committed of everybody out of all of us. You kept me
I
going
know, you're
because
so...
Ron won. How many of those weight losses
hard.
did you win?
I actually didn't win that many.
I felt like you were like the one that was always the one to beat. Like it was like every week I was like, oh, Ron's gonna lose more. I'm like, I gotta work hard because I know Ron's gonna show up ready on the scale.
We just kept adding new people, you know, and when you first start, you always lose so much. So it
That's
would be
right.
like a new person, and they're like, "Oh, I just lost 20 pounds this week." And
That's
it'd be
right.
like, oh man.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because in the end, I feel like I came out on top because I'm still going.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Strong.
You look amazing. So how much did you lose? Because we both hit the 50-pound mark.
Yeah, I've lost a little over 60 pounds so far.
Dude, that's
Still
awesome.
going.
That's awesome.
So that's one thing that when we moved out here at first is that you were vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
are you vegan?
I'm still a vegan. I don't like to identify myself
As a vegan?
though,
Right.
just because
Well, I know what you mean. Like,
that
Yeah.
would be crazy.
I know,
People
seriously.
be crazy.
Because I feel like I kind of want or tend to want to be vegan now. Like we're doing meatless Mondays, and when we first moved out here, it's like, oh, you kind of, it's like, yeah, there's this stereotype, there's this thing where it's like, oh, you're like this hippie, like,
Right.
Oh, you're vegan. Like, what do you just like eat, seaweed that was imported by organic chicken farmers, and it
Yeah.
sounds really like, hooty tooty and stuff, but it is better for your body. It really just
I think what the huge difference is when you try it, your body feels so much different. Like the energy that you have. Because I love the taste of meat. I love chicken, steak. Like I love the taste of it, but
Me too.
I can tell the difference. You can tell the difference in the way your body feels. And if you've ever tried it, like you went raw for 21 days, 20 days. And you went raw for, how long did you go raw?
For a long, like months.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, months and months.
that's crazy. And raw, if you don't know what raw is, like you can't, okay, yeah, explain what raw is so I don't
You
screw
just
it
don't.
up.
You don't cook anything, and you mainly eat mostly fruits and vegetables, and with some nuts and seeds in there,
Right.
and no meat or anything like that.
I think honestly that is the healthiest diet plan out there. raw. And it's hard to live that way because of, you know, how much food is in our culture. You know, as Americans, there's just so much
and it
food.
tastes so
Burritos.
delicious.
All right. Yeah. Give me a carne, giant, give me a foot-long burrito with a half a cow and 4 potatoes in it.
my
Just
goodness.
dip that thing in ketchup and sour cream.
Burritos talk to me. You know? Oh my goodness! But it is interesting. I remember us talking a couple years ago, but about the eating philosophy, and you're a person like at first blush I would be like, oh man, this guy's like, you know, whatever, he's just like the bro meat eater guy, like he doesn't care about life or whatever. But you were telling me that you had read a book about food and how you were saying like, oh that raw fruits and vegetables and fresh things are like that's like God's diet, like that's the how God intended us to eat. And I was like, oh well, I never quite thought of it that way, but yeah, totally. It's just like it's super simple. It's just like
It's not
It just
complicated.
makes sense.
Yeah. So what I was talking to you about, I was telling you about is, you know, we're Mormon and Mormons have this health code, and it's called the Word of Wisdom, which teaches eat fruits and vegetables and only eat meat. 5 minutes? We're wrapped up already? No, go away, Patricia. We're having a good time in here. She's like, okay. But yeah, it's like a code of health where it's fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains, the things that Mother Nature provided. All the stuff that the earth provides is what your body needs. And, you know, then man has come in and said, actually, no, you should stack a cow on top of a chicken and then throw some bacon and cheese on it, and that's what you should have.
And it tastes really good.
And so, like, I've always, like, believed in that way of eating. So when I met you, I was like, oh, wow, this guy, he's, like, actually living what I believe, and I'm not. So, you know, I've always looked up to you for that. And then a lot of people are like, yeah, it's like the, you know, the hippie thing. But it really genuinely is better for your body. You know, your body thrives more off of it. And we've overcomplicated our eating, I think, as people. Totally. And it really is just simple. Fruits and vegetables, those nutrients, the nuts. You know, this guy is strong. Ron is very strong. You should see his legs.
Ron.
Put your legs up there, Ron.
Come on, Ron.
These
Show
legs are
us
like
your
tree
legs.
trunks. He could probably squat 600 pounds. And when's the last time you had meat?
Years.
Years and years and years. This whole like concept of you need your protein is just fallacious. It's like
Think
so
of the
untrue.
Apatosaurus, total vegetarian, but the largest
Strongest
in the world.
Yeah, like
Is
you
it
know,
the one with the really long neck?
Yeah.
elephants. You know, think about all the animals in nature. And I'm not saying that like, you know, an elephant or a dinosaur has the same, you know, systems that
Bodies.
we do. But muscle is muscle. And if these animals, you know, a razorback gorilla, you know, they eat meat sometimes, but mostly they eat fruits and plants. And so this whole
Rip you apart.
they can rip your face off, you know. They're that strong, and they don't eat meat. This whole thing of like you have to have your protein. You know, I hate to say it because there's a lot of people out there who rely on, you know, farming and cattle for their livelihood, but you simply just don't need that food. And, you know, Ron's a perfect example where he's, you know, been healthy and thrived on, you know, things other than that stuff. So I have always actually looked up to you for that. And, you know, we try to instill it now with our kids that it's a lot healthier lifestyle, and you feel a lot better and you have more energy. Not at first, like you have a detox. Because I know people that, you know, they tweet me and they're like, I try to do this and I feel like crap. It's like, well, yeah, because you've been stuffing horrible stuff in your body for the last couple of years.
Yeah, you got to poop that Twinkie out. Yeah, and I would never be the person to be like, eating meat is bad. Do not
Right.
do it. It's a matter of respect, and of course, just the simple facts of life. You know, like clean, fresh fruits and vegetables. You can't argue and say that those are bad for you.
Right.
you have to be crazy.
Yeah, be crazy.
You crazy?
I know.
Well,
It's like-
when I went raw, I lost 20 pounds in 20 days. I mean, literally, it was like melted
Yeah.
away off of my
and you
body.
went through a big detox. Like it was really hard for you at first.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
Headaches and
Were you a grouchy pants?
No,
Yikes.
I want a Big Mac. And Ron is a biker too. He's you're biking a lot now, aren't you?
Yeah, totally. Training to ride across the U.S., man.
And you ran the LA Marathon with Shay.
So we talked. Oh yes, and then we ran the LA Marathon together. When are you going to do that? I forgot about that. When are you going to do that?
I don't know yet.
So Ron has this idea where he wants to ride his bike across America. And I told him, I said, I will sponsor the leg from Los Angeles to Salt Lake if he's going to do this, you know, because it's going to take some, you know, some cash.
Yeah.
You should start a Kickstarter, dude.
Yeah, maybe I should.
I don't want you in Los Angeles anymore. I want you out on the. I want you out on the road.
Get out.
I want you on
Get
the
me outta
road. Let's raise some money to get Ron out on the road and get him riding across America. Get him on the road, yeah.
Road trip.
And well, what I said is like not only would I sponsor it, but I would ride. I'm not going to do like the whole America thing, but I would ride with you from. How long would it take you think from Los Angeles to Salt Lake?
That would take
3-4 days.
No, that would take like probably a week or more.
Tell you one thing.
I'll ride with you from Venice to Hollywood.
You gotta have a really strong saddle to do that.
You mean your undercarriage? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you're gonna be on a bike for a long time.
Yeah, your butt gets used to it after a while.
It
Yeah.
takes a while.
I know. I taught spin classes, but I was only on it for an hour a day. And it was still like, I always tell my students, it takes at least 4 times. Keep coming back. I promise it will get better.
Everyone's leaving like,
Limping out of
Bye.
there.
Anyways, enough butt talking.
Well, I can't believe how
time to
fast
go.
this has gone. Check him out. One of our really, really good friends. Amazingly talented. Probably one of the nicest people I know.
So true.
He's an amazing guy, and he's going to help us with a lot of the music that we're doing. I can't wait. Okay, so when is this going up? This video?
Friday.
Oh, so our video will be up. The Smelly Balls video will be up. Crap.
oh.
So go check it
One
out.
time you're like,
I know.
smelly balls.
So like when I'm pulling that chicken out of the oven, and when you say rubber chicken, just the way that you say that, it's like I don't know what it is. I loved the way you said rubber chicken in that song. And the plan was he was gonna make the song and then I was gonna re-record it like in my voice. But I liked the way he did it so much. I'm like, no, I like Ron's voice in it. Like, let's just leave it like that. And he's amazing. And
When you watch it, you hear the voice, and it
Rubber
sounds like
chicken.
Shay's supposed to be singing. It's Ron.
I think everybody will know. And then the one that we are not going to tell is a song that we're working on that Ron had a great idea. Anyways, I can't tell any more of it. Check him out.
So many secrets.
So many
I know.
secrets. They will all be
that's so
revealed
funny.
to you in good time. Check out all Ron's channels. He has a weight loss channel called Raw Ron, HiImRawn for It's Played series. If you like video games, which according to lots of people you do, go check out all those. What are some of the games? Name of the games that you've done.
Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Skyrim, Mega Man, Call of Duty, Minecraft.
All rap songs to all of those songs. Did you do that Mario Brothers one too?
Yeah.
They like blew up. Check all those out, you guys. He has rap songs to every one of those. Like them, share them. They're amazing. And go give Ron some love because he's an amazing guy. We're grateful he's on our podcast today.
Yes,
And
thanks for being here.
He's going to make at least 100 more songs for us in the
Yes,
future.
at least.
100 million.
Yay! All right, play us out, Roth. Check it out. Link on iTunes. Check out Ron. Thanks again for being here and watching the podcast.
When the kids go to sleep, dreams and men.
See, look how strong he is.
Bye, guys.